guys, we're still in South Carolina, and right behind me in this huge house is where Great Escape, South Carolina is located. And there's plenty of parking right outside. Let's go check them out.
What's good, everybody? It is Brandon from ESCAPETHEROOMers. We are in Columbia, South Carolina, and we're at Great Escape SC. And I'm with Rania and Kaya. How you guys doing?
Hey,
all right.
They're the co-owners. There's two other members as well. I believe this is like a two-couple ownership you have going on here. All right, and we're gonna try out their game, Bambino's Breakout. We're gonna see what that's about. But before we do so, I got some questions for you. I wanna get to know you a little bit better and Great Escape SC.
All right.
First of all, you guys are fairly new, right? You're a new company, or when did you open?
Last year, so we're 1 year in, 1 year and a few days.
1 year and a few days?
Yes.
Oh, wow, congratulations on
Thank
that 1
you.
year. I know you have one room available right now. Do you have a new one coming on the way?
Yeah, we have a new one that you're actually hopefully going to check out before you leave us tonight too.
Okay.
It's called VIVA Lost Vegas.
I'm there. Vegas? I am there.
But yeah, we're debuting that this weekend. So today is the big day. We've got a couple coming in later on tonight to actually do that for us.
Oh, wow. Okay. And in terms of Bambino's Breakout, where did the inspiration come from this game? What is it about, and where did it come from?
Just mainly baseball in general, having a love. You know, it's America's pretty much, as they call it, great American pastime.
Yeah.
I think so many people love baseball, not just the game, but also the history. It has so much historical significance. To our city here, having the Fireflies as one of the semi-pro teams here in Columbia, and it's something that we just kind of wanted to. It's a way basically for us to, I guess, celebrate.
Okay.
Basketball. I'm a basketball.
I'm basketball too, but
I gotta shift it or whatever. But baseball history is celebrated with Bambino's Breakout.
Awesome, that's great to hear, and we're excited to see what that's about. So I want to congratulate you guys on your 1 year anniversary, and getting through the pandemic. And
Yes.
what is something that you had to implement due to the pandemic to make customers feel safe and comfortable coming back in here?
Well, we actually opened during the pandemic. Great Escape was owned by previous owners, and the wife of that couple was pregnant. So they shut down and they weren't comfortable with opening back up, so we purchased it from them. So we literally opened last October in the midst of the pandemic when numbers were rising off the charts.
Right.
So the biggest thing that we changed was that every room is private. Every booking is private. Prior to that, of course, you max out however many people wanted to come at that time. You could get up to 8, 10 people in a room at a time,
Right.
from various walks of life. We also do have a mask policy, and we do a deep cleaning in between each of our rooms.
Okay.
So when we reset the rooms, we're also doing a very thorough cleaning. And so that's been a big part of it. But the biggest thing has been people have been more interested in trying it out for the first time. So we've seen a wave of newcomers because people haven't had activities that
Right.
they felt like have been safe or mentally stimulating and engaging. And so that's been a great thing for us.
All right, guys, I'm going all in. I'm gonna double down on this question, and no, sorry, I'm in a gambling mood right now. But all right, so the next question we have for you is: do you build everything on your own, like the set design, the puzzle designs, all that storyline? Is that you guys or in-house?
Yes, in-house for the most part. Naturally, as we talked about earlier, we copy and paste. We go different places. We try to learn as much as we can. As far as Great Escape rooms in general throughout the country, every chance we get, we always go different places and just grab different ideas.
Okay.
Sometimes the idea might come from watching the movie.
Yeah.
Watching the movie Hangover.
Yeah.
Kind of sort of themed with, Las Vegas, and, that's actually been very helpful. So from there, that kind of sort of becomes like the brainchild, and it starts to grow and grow and grow from there. And we just add bits and pieces and put it together eventually, so it becomes, a nice, as we talked about earlier, so the room has flow, and it's a nice set design.
Yeah, definitely. I'm in the mood right now. So, was there any challenges that you faced while doing so in the preparation process, or actually implementing and getting the room up and running that you had to overcome, like any obstacles along the way?
I think some of the biggest obstacles for us is the fact that we did not choose the actual space. The space was kind of chosen for us by our previous owner, so we've had to work within the confines of the physical space and get creative.
Okay.
And then also trying to figure out how to get as technical as we could get.
Yeah.
That's something we're still learning and growing with. We do have a lot of hands on deck, but we're all kind of specialized in different fields, and all of us aren't necessarily handy men and women.
Right.
So we definitely pull in support when we need to build those real creative, unique pieces that kind of do what we need to do there. So
okay, yeah, that's definitely a challenge, working with what you're given and how to make it all work and fit. So now, since you've been open, I'm sure you've seen a good amount of stuff on the cameras while you're game mastering what these players are doing in the room. Preferably, if you each can share a story of something that you saw. It could be something funny, something, what are they doing? Stop that, anything. Just one experience you've seen.
Let me see. Well, it's interesting, case by case basis. From one group to the next is always something different. Sometimes you have the couple group that's lovey-dovey, and they just they're on a date night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they just enjoy being with each other. And I think one of the most interesting things is you kind of you see people work out their own personal dynamics. So it's like if as a couple, we kind of argumentative, but we ultimately get to a common goal and we work together well.
Right.
We might fuss and argue, but we working through the room and working through from one clue to the next.
Right.
So that's very helpful. Sometimes you see couples fussing and fighting. They get to going back and forth, and then you see one interesting thing. We had a large group. I guess my one story would be we had a large group. It was a family, and I want to say it was from the grandmother to mom and dad to the kids.
Okay.
Everybody was, and they were super intelligent. You could tell, they were super kind of quiet upon first meeting. So that's the interesting part. We meet so many different people, and although they didn't really say much when we first met them, by the time they start working through the room, they were just so intelligent and just so inclined to just working puzzles.
Yeah.
And working together as a group. It was amazing to see them work through the group, to see them actually work through the room. And they started to actually take down a lot of stuff. So the funny thing is we had to understand as people are working, sometimes they take stuff off the walls. Some stuff that shouldn't come down, some stuff that should, but we had to realize, that just means the more stuff they take down, as long as nothing gets broken, we fine with it, because that's them kind of sort of working through the room and getting better understanding and being hands-on, which is what we want ultimately.
Okay.
Well, my story is a little bit more funny, I think. I had a couple that came in. They were actually high schoolers. I think they were 16.
Okay.
And they were on their first little date, and the mom was the chaperone.
Okay.
So it was the three of them in the room, and it was very interesting because the mom just literally asked for a chair and sat the chair in the room and was like, I'm just here to chaperone y'all. So they worked the room, and that particular room was a 2-part room. So when the kids went into the other room, in the first room, they were all about business. When they got into the other room, they were sneaking little,
Like she's outside in the other room.
Right.
Lock the door, she won't be able to figure it out.
So yeah, that was pretty interesting. I was like, wow, I know about mom maybe chaperoning, but she was right there in the room, trying to play hawk, and they found a way to get around that too.
Little did they know, there's other people watching them. But
The eye in the sky.
Right.
A really interesting group I had, kind of going back to the family dynamics. I had another group that came in, but there was a grandfather and a grandmother that didn't want to be in the room. They wanted to be up front.
Right.
But they wanted to watch them.
The family play.
They were upset that we didn't have it set for them to watch from a screen the family go through. So I gave them a little peek here and there, but I thought that was really interesting because they were like, you should live stream this whole thing. And I was like, well, there's a reason we don't do that.
Flip your room every week. And it's just simple, you know.
Start from scratch.
So you briefly mentioned that you had to get out there and play some escape. Well, I know you played more than he has, but you had to get out there and start playing escape rooms to see what it's like. We want you to give a shout out or just one that was memorable to you, another company and the game if you can remember it. If you have more than one, that's okay. I know I'm putting you on the hot seat, but anyone that comes to mind that stood out.
You might have to go first, because mine go back a little bit more.
Yeah, and I don't mind being here in Columbia, one of the, I guess you could say, big brother, sister companies for us downtown, Escapeology.
Okay.
Super awesome.
Which game at Escapeology? We probably played them all.
Man, it was, and it has so many moving parts to it. So like I mentioned to you earlier about the degree of difficulty, we figured out we were not as smart as we thought we were, right? So just going through the room, we really had to work through it, and it was so many different moving parts. It was it was everything from sailboats to a train. That I don't want to give away all their secrets,
okay,
or whatever, but it was an awesome room. I forgot it was.
What was the theme? I probably know the name of the game.
Oh man, I can't even tell you. I'm not sure the theme.
Was it a submarine? Was it a?
Man, I just remember just in the first room. It was everything from a couple pictures on the wall to a train. That was the main thing. It was a train in the border.
Budapest Express?
I think it was Budapest.
It's a murder mystery. Figure out who did it, who done it.
That's exactly what
All right, Budapest Express. Okay.
Exactly what it was. Yeah, shout out to Escapeology.
Shout out to Escapeology. We have a really good relationship with them. They put out a lot of amazing set designs. One of the best customer service that you'll receive as soon as you walk in.
Oh yeah.
And Renia, what is?
Well, I can't. Unfortunately, it's been a little while. You know that COVID brain. But I think one of my most memorable ones was in Charlotte.
Okay.
I can't remember the name.
We just played a bunch, so maybe it's one of the ones we played.
It was a jail themed room. And it was really cool because we actually got a chance to put on the outfits.
Okay.
And, we were originally locked into the cells as we started and had to physically get out.
Okay.
And we did it with some amazing friends who got all in the character. And so it was just a really great experience.
All right. I'm going to have to do some research and figure out which one she's talking about because I know Charlotte has a lot and prison is pretty broad. So.
Right. But I'll try to see if I can do some work to make it a little bit easier.
Awesome. And I'll have that up on the screen somewhere around here. And the last question is really just to get to know the two of you a little bit better. What is something that most people would not know about you outside of your escape room life? I kind of know what you're going to say, but if you have anything else, like a talent, a special interest, a hobby.
Oh, okay. Well, I think we shared with you, we all kind of wear a lot of different hats.
Yeah.
So my husband and I are really proud that in addition to being escape room owners, we're a frozen treat business owner as well.
Where? Do we have time?
Well, we have a mobile frozen treat business, and we offer gourmet adult poptails, which are alcohol-infused popsicles, as well as, of course, regular popsicles. And my husband is the popologist. He creates all the recipes, and I'm the poppreneur, so I get all the word out about it. It's called thelitpops.com.
Thelitpops.com.
Yep.
Okay, love it. And what can we learn about you?
Myself, what can I say?
You can give two because I kind of like the one that I just recently learned about you. If you have something else that's also
I
good.
got you. Yeah. So the first one, me being a first responder, I'm a firefighter here. I have been for surprisingly 6 years. It's crazy how fast the time goes. I'm originally from DC, the DC, Virginia area, born and raised in North Virginia.
Okay.
And ended up moving here to be a firefighter, to be a first responder. Just having a love for naturally just helping people.
Right.
In general, I definitely enjoy. It's the first thing. I had a former life of being a collegiate athlete, like I mentioned earlier, playing basketball.
I was about to say, don't let this height go to waste, man.
Yeah.
What position did you play? I played too, so that's what I'm asking.
Okay, yeah. From 1 to about 3, the further you go in the game, the shorter you get because everybody else continues to grow. So yeah, I started out playing 3 and eventually worked my way to like a shooting guard playing college and actually spent some time in Ireland. I actually played professional ball in Ireland.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Okay,
so
that's that's something that probably most people would not know. So thank you for sharing that. Well, we're really excited to try out Bambino's Breakout.
That's right.
And then if we have time, we're gonna try to see what this game is about because we're standing in the room, and you guys need to check out our website, which is escapetherumors.com. Do not forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel because we're giving you sneak peeks of what you can expect inside the company, the rooms, the parking lot, everything from as soon as you walk in till you start your game. And we're gonna give you a sneak peek trailer of Bambino's Breakout right now.
Left for me to use, one hit left for me to move. Time is running out, gotta figure something out.